Los Angeles Chargers and the New York Jets. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. There's the stiff arm. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The Jets at 4-6 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
On first down, Wright. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The first carry now. This is Hill. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, pulled in here by Farrell. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. He'll drop to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. On second down, it's Walker. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is a counter play. Eckler, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. So now things get interesting on third and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third down, Wright. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2nd and 5. An out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Herbert now. And he's got his man on the out route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. It's Eckler again. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and
touchdown! Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
On second down, Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. .38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Slot man moves right. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll run on 1st down. It's right, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw here. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Wright.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure, Wright.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
A handoff, it's Eckler
to the 27-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert off of play action. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Chargers 28, Jets 14.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 2nd down, it's Wright. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
look to throw now on first down.
Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
115 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Able to slither by. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now Gray. All over. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown.
Austin Eckler
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jets 14.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to Steelers 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Again, it's Walker.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
106 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here we go. Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 2nd and 10, White. He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Chargers, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll have another road date next week with a Kansas City.